Here's how to play Sip, Peel, Win at Dunkin'. Just sip, peel, win.
I want a doormat.
Look more closely.
I want a dog mat.
Put on your reading glasses.
I want a donut.
There you go. Enjoy a large or extra large coffee for your chance to win from millions of prizes like JetBlue travel certificates, Fandango movie tickets, or Fanatics gear. Just sip, peel, win at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. No purchase necessary. 18 plus ends 10/15/18 or while supplies last. For game, peace, and official rules, visit sippeelwin.com.
Eyes feel heavy, mind still speeding, I'm on autopilot, I'm barely still breathing, high as chemtrails and this feeling ain't leaving, dodging comet tails, asteroids and space demons, this is lyrical, hit your soul with that spherical, put you up in memories, posted holy spiritual, eat your whole squad with a single clip in the Mac, and I don't battle rap, but I wrap you up in these bags, no twist ties, just twist your torso in half, stuff you in the alley and offer you to the rats, old school mobbing, no taking it to the mat. And I'm gonna handle that, no worrying about that. Cold case files, no hurrying about that. You are a statistic, the victim who got sacked. Carry on my daily, no thinking about that. CSI spaz, they trying to find facts. It's real talk shit I be going through every day. Real talk, feel the world slowly giving away. Real talk, can't stop me from this mission. Time to fit in where you get and know you end up missing. It's real talk shit I be going.
What's up? Welcome, everybody. This is Dead Mouse Radio, and I'm your host, Jay Smooth. And this is Dead Mouse Radio, episode 36. 36. This is a good episode, man. As I was sitting back this week, I had a lot that I could talk about. The NFL, the protests, the president, a whole bunch of stuff hit my plate. And as I was sitting back, I'm thinking about people and just thinking how we advanced and you know what I'm saying, just thinking about stuff, and I come across a very interesting, close-to-home story. Nick Herman of Evansville, Indiana, prosecutor. Well, let's just give a little backdrop to this before we even go into this. So I titled this Nick Herman versus Corey A. Warden. Okay. Sometimes we see a lot of injustices, you know what I'm saying? If you ever had problems with lawyers and felt like you shouldn't have been locked up and you felt like somebody that was representing you wasn't doing everything that they was possibly to keep your ass out of jail, we've all, if we've been in trouble, we've been like that. And we always felt like, man, I think I could have did a better job if I spoke up myself or represented myself. But they say the person that represents himself is got a client for a fool. That's what they say. Obviously not. Obviously, Mr. Warden is trying to change that narrative. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of backdrop on this, you know what I'm saying, because I'm catching up to this, you know what I'm saying, and I know Corey Warden I know personally, and I know what type of person he is, stand-up person, and he's standing up, he stood up. So I'm going to give you a little backdrop on this. Nick Herman loses another jury trial. Corey A. Warden was arrested and charged in December of 2017 with battery by means of deadly weapon, a level 5 felony. Nick Herman also charged Warden with being a habitual offender. Them is all some serious charges right there. Those is not like jaywalking. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, it's not even like simple assault. These is all serious charges, including the habitual offender, which is probably the most feared charge through inmates all around, because that charge carries what it carries, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a feared charge. Okay, Warden's case went to trial this week in Vanderbilt County Superior Court. Warden, this is where it got amazing. Not only did this man beat one prosecutor, he beat two prosecutors. He beat two prosecutors on these charges. Let me just refresh your mind with what the charges is. Battery by means of deadly weapon, a level 5 felony, and a habitual offender. Warden served as his own attorney. And like I said, whoever says man that represents himself represents a fool, well, he is changing the narrative to that. The jury found Warden not guilty at this 2-day trial. So you telling me that you went to school for all of those years to be a lawyer, and somebody, probably the most experience they have with the law, is getting in trouble with the law. So this man is able to attain knowledge that a paid lawyer didn't do, a public defender didn't do, and he's able to take down a top prosecutor, two of them. Two top prosecutors. That's one for the people. Because there's a lot of times when you got somebody speaking for your freedom and they don't want you as free as you want to be free. And that's just it. There's a lot of times that happens. And it goes for you stand for something or fall for anything. Mr. Warden stood for something, and the prosecutors failed. Now, I don't know nothing about this Nick Herman. I remember vaguely of Stan Lefkoe and how he was. I don't know what this Nick Herman's future is. After a loss like that, I don't think that you probably should give up that job, you know what I'm saying, after a loss like that. And shouts out to Mr. Warden, man, for being knowledgeable enough to outclass college students, to outclass them in a trial where you standing up presenting evidence and you're saying closing arguments and you're writing all of this stuff down and you doing what you do, man. Shouts out to that man. Give him a round of applause. And I think this is going to change the narrative on always taking a plea bargain or your lawyer on the fact that your lawyer's always right. Now, like I say, I don't know the whole background of the case. I just know what they charged him with. I don't know who this was on or none of that. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is talking about a man that stood up to prosecutors for his life, and he beat them. That's the story. That's the story today. You know what I'm saying? Is a man stood up and beat two prosecutors. The jury found Ward not guilty after his 2-day trial. This is what they got about this dude, Nick Herman. His stats don't look too damn good. They said since Stan Lefkoe announced his candidacy, Nick Herman's office has taken 8 cases to a jury, 4 not guilty verdicts, 1 dismissal after the jury was selected, 1 continuance of a trial was granted while the jury was waiting to hear the case because the prosecutors couldn't get their habitual offender charges filed right, and 2 guilty verdicts. So basically, he's 2 for 6. And add Corey on to that. I don't think this guy's a good prosecutor. They probably should hire Corey as a prosecutor or a lawyer or a law advisement or something. You want to do something to keep people out of trouble, give that smart man some type of job down there or something, a mentorship. I don't know. Somebody needs to be mentored because somebody went home with an L. And it's good. It just feels good to see the system take an L sometimes, man. It's good. Same as O.J. Simpson. We felt the same way. Regardless if you had thoughts on the crime or not, you still felt like, man, it feels good to see them take a L. Because they have been handing out L's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. They got people locked behind them walls that don't supposed to be behind them walls. They got inmates segregated with inmates that's not supposed to be around each other. So they have been handing out L's, and it feels good to see the system take a L. It felt good like OJ. It felt good like them letting Meek Mill out. Shit, it even felt good like when they let me out. But that's neither here nor there. This is about Corey. Corey was awesome, great. He is my GOAT of the month right now. He is my GOAT of the month. Because a lot of people talk that talk, man, and don't stand up in there, man, talking about they going to defend themselves. I haven't, in my history of being around and stuff, I haven't seen too many people represent themselves and win. And especially you got to put in the circumstances. You got to put in the circumstances. You got to throw in the difficulty of this. He's fighting a habitual offender charge. The difficulty of this. So you got to put all of that in perspective. And then on top of everything, you got to put in perspective where this trial was at. This trial was in Indiana. Not L.A., not New York, where, you know what I'm saying, you stand a chance of people, you know what I'm saying. This was Indiana. Indiana. Come on vacation, leave on probation. So we putting the difficulty into this. I'm thinking about the difficulty to all of this. And then I'm thinking about the fearlessness of Corey to take this upon himself and do this. This was huge. This was huge, and it's probably going to get overlooked and, you know, oh, he's lucky. He was lucky. No. That ain't got nothing to do with luck, man. That's got something to do with having some type of goddamn common sense or some type of sense at all. Some type of sense that's equaling up to more than $1. That's what that's about. That's what this is about. This was on a book of, it was amazing. Nick Herman. I'm going to have to do some more studying about Nick Herman. We're going to have to watch old Tricky Nick. You know, so we're going to have to watch him. I'm going to have to do some more studying. I heard he lost another trial to a murder trial or something. So we're going to have to do some studying on old Tricky Nick. Tricky Nick, he got tricked. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's good to see the system take a loss, man. It's good to see the system take a loss, especially when it's so close to home, because I know this kid personally, you know what I'm saying, and I know what type of person he is and stuff, so it felt good for him. It felt like he's saying he was going to go out on his own terms. That's what that's saying when you take something like that into your hands. You saying, man, I'm going to go out on my own terms. I'm not going to let them judge when I'm going to go stand up and fight for myself and not sit there and be quiet. And a lot of people can't do that. Two of the biggest fears is people seeing you all the way naked in public speaking. And imagine having to be in a public speaking position to where you're speaking for your life. Listen to me now. We not talking about no job interview. We not talking about no exit interview, if you ever have one of those. We talking about you, yourself, defending yourself for your life. Almost like when the gladiators go into the arena and they say only one can walk out. You got to think about it on those type of terms. It's mics everywhere in here. Shouts out to Blue Microphone, man. We loving it. Shouts out to those jurors, too. I don't want to leave the jurors out because special things can't happen unless people put their minds and stuff into a special space to change things. Things need to change down there, the way that they're doing this court system stuff, the way that they are arresting these people down there. It needs to change. We need to come off of the thing of drug addicts is by choice. No. Very few people are born with HIV, but it can be contracted. Very few people are born, you know what I'm saying, smoking crack or something, or shooting up. It can be contracted. So maybe this will change things and start seeing, yeah, we're not doing the best that we should be doing in these offices for the people. We're not doing the best with the way that we're arresting people, the way that we charging people. And this case right here proves it. These are some serious charges, man. A lot of people would have copped out to these charges. Shouts out to Corey again. Like I said, he's Deadmau5 Radio's GOAT of the month, might be GOAT of the year, until I see something more special than this. I just want to put people in a place to where you're fighting for your life. And it's not just on your arguments and how good you prepare or how good you sound, how good your haircut was. It's not just on that. It's on the merit of other people believing what you say is what you say. It's on that merit. So people, when you read this story or when you bump into this young man or one of you seen, you probably should shake his hand. You probably should shake his hand. He did something extraordinary, and what he did could cause change. It could cause so many people from just going to prison because they believe that's their only way out. And maybe more people will fight and make these people do their jobs. Maybe that's what this will change. Who knows what the trickle effect of this is going to have? But I'm going to keep an eye out for it. I think it's special. I don't think that a lot of people has that in them as we talk about it, as I think about it. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I've been in those decisions where you got to, you know what I'm saying, where you about to get some time. So I know the feeling of receiving time. It's not a good feeling. So I couldn't, it's hard for me to imagine being in the position that this young man was in the stance that this young man took. This is up there to me with Colin Kaepernick. This is up there with me. Fuck it, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. This is up there with Colin Kaepernick taking a stand like this in a place, because you got to put it all into perspective, man. You can't just say that he beat somebody. You got to say where he won at. What was the degree of difficulty? What was the degree of difficulty? It was very high. It was very high. We from Indiana, we know. It was very high. It's something to be talked about, and not saying you just go out there and get in trouble and every one of you is capable of representing yourself. I'm not trying to deliver that message because it's just not possible. But I'm saying always yourself look for your best way out, because you care about your freedom more than the person that's even representing you care about your freedom. They paid to even give a fuck about you. You give a fuck about yourself for free. Okay? I'm not saying that every time you do something, man, represent yourself. I do not want to send that message. Some people are special. Some people are. You know what I'm saying? This kid is special. However you look at it. I don't know the backdrop on the crimes or nothing like that. I'm talking about the actual movement of defending yourself. That's all I'm talking about. This was a special day when this happened. And maybe it'll shine light on how bad Indiana actually does crimes. Because you ask me, I remember a long time ago, David Letterman said, if you want to commit a murder and get away with it, go to Evansville, Indiana. That was a long time ago. And they haven't cleaned up nothing since. So maybe this will show that how bad that they are actually doing, how many innocent people that you are actually putting away because y'all not doing these crimes right. Maybe this will trickle down and do this. I ain't no lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just looking at it through life's binoculars and seeing what I think should happen behind this. My job is to try to predict ahead of schedule off of small facts. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. And this is a large sample size of things to come to change. This is something to be celebrated like Colin Kaepernick. This is like throwing your fist up in the air. That's what this is like. This is like Murder, Inc. beating the feds, taking them to trial and beating the feds. That's what this is like. Because it's not going to happen for everybody, but when it happens, it's special. It's like you driving and you see a cow having a calf. Are you going to keep driving or are you going to pull over and watch? Because you might not see that again unless you go on a video or something. I'm talking about the real personal experience, you know. But this is special to be celebrated. Man, shouts out to Corey. Man, and like I say, man, always look for each door when you're in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Every situation might not be a dire situation, and that person fighting for your life he might just be fighting for a check. And fighting for a check is different than fighting for somebody's life. You heard? You heard? There's people that'll get in the ring with Mike Tyson but wouldn't run in a house fire. And I'm going to reiterate what I just said. There's people that'll fight Mike Tyson for a check but would not run into a house fire to save somebody's life. You get me? So for a check, you know what I'm saying, it's different. And this man stood up, and they always say, man, you stand for something, man, you won't fall for anything. I guess this is facts proven right here. And he was in the right. He did his thing. He beat Vanderburgh County Superior Court. He beat him. And that's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for the brothers. That's a good thing for the system. That's a good thing for adjustments in life. Because everything must be adjusted. They must adjust the way that they handle it in situations. From giving people felonies for marijuana to all of the stupidity that they do. From the stuff that's going on with my friend's kid, where it's clearly on the video, you know what I'm saying, it's just clear as fucking day, but they got this man in jail. They got to change. And maybe this right here will spark a change and some inspiration amongst people that's in those situations. Maybe this will make their lawyers work harder because you just got outshined by a guy that didn't take the bar. Maybe that's it. Maybe this will make them start doing their jobs. That's what we need. I think that's what the people pay for. I think. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we want the roads and shit cleaned and shit, but we also want those crimes and those charges and stuff to go, you know what I'm saying, down the pike, not always going to the left. You know what I mean? Everybody's not Hannibal Lecter. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. And we got to stop thinking about like that, and they have to stop thinking like that, and they have to adjust the way that they're operating down there. They're starting to get attention, and it's not the good kind of attention. It's the attention for fucking up. People saying, look at this little fucked up city. And that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm glad that he won. Shouts out, bless up, booyah. Love it, love it, love it. I wanted to dig. I just seeing him one made me not even want to dig into the story no more. It really did. It made me, you know what I'm saying, just I didn't want to have to do what the jury did. Because obviously he was right, because the jury dug into the story and they get a chance to dig into all of that stuff, and he presented the argument that was a winning argument. But I didn't even want to do that. I was just happy to see that my friend had beat them. I was happy to see that. Not being biased. Well, yes, I am being biased. Let me lie. Let me not lie. I am being biased. I want the best for my friends. And what's the matter with that? Nothing. No, I don't want my friend to go to prison for the rest of his life. Damn it. So, yes, I am being biased. Let me stop it. But I wanted him to win, and he won. I wanted a black president, and we got one. There's a lot of stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, there's going to be very few things that's outside of your life that's going to bring you joy and bring you remembrance. Very few things. You can say you want to remember all of this stuff that you want to, but the stuff that you really, really hold on to, it just sticks in your head, and you'll be able to, years down the line, know where you was at. This is one of those things. This is like the NFL taking the knee. This is one of those things that stands out for me, and should be for anybody in Evansville too. It should really stand out. You know what I'm saying? It should really stand out. Now, I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, do all of that. I don't want to come off as if I don't believe that we don't need laws, because we do need laws. I don't even want to come off like that. We do need laws, but we also need people that's going to do the laws effectively in the right way. That's what we also need. More important than having the law is having the law work in the right way, having the right person in charge of this stuff. All of this stuff. You got to have the right person in charge of it. That's just it. And from what I see with Evansville, Indiana, and my experiences, personal experience, they don't got a fucking clue what's going on down there. They don't got a fucking clue. They so fucking lazy. All they care about is who's snitching to them. They don't get out and do no work no more. They don't do that no more. That's how lazy and how, you know what I'm saying, fat and selfish, you know what I'm saying, the rats and the finks got the police and stuff now, to where they just skip police work now. We just going to go on what you said. We not going to investigate and do all this shit that we see on TV. We not going to do all that. We're going to go with Jim Bob said. And that's how they do their law down there. Sad. It's sad. It's sad that we all deserve equal law. Okay, cool. We all deserve equal law. That's all I'm saying. I'm just on the path of just thinking about how horrible they are down there with the laws. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And what the laws does is put a net around your kid that's coming up doing kid shit. For just him doing kid shit, he can wind up fucking up his whole life down there. And that's what these laws do. That's what these laws do. Do a kid fucking deserve a Class D felony for getting pulled over with a fucking joint that goes on their record, and now they can't do all of this special shit like the military and be med students and all of this stuff because of a fucking half a joint? No. They need to readjust their thinking. They need to readjust the process. And they need to invite new ways in. Because what they've been doing is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to law. It's just it's embarrassing to law. Let's just get this out the fucking way. For a person that never took a bar test, set all of those amazing hours that they say it take you to pass that shit, for him to beat you, I'm sorry. That's like you pulling a man from 7-Eleven to play Michael Jordan one-on-one, and he beats Michael Jordan by 15. You're like, who the fuck is this? That's crazy. So what the wise man would assume is this. Y'all are functioning those laws the wrong way. You're overcharging people. You're not giving them the proper charge because you want to send everybody to prison. Your only solution to any problem that I have seen in Indiana, not even for the right shit. The lazy with the law down there. The lazy. And they don't know that storm from Chicago, that storm from Detroit, is trickling down. It's coming. It's coming. They're running out of people to kill in Chicago. They're running out of people to kill in Detroit. And it's just so close to Indiana. And it's like it's like when the settler says, we need to ride off and find some new land and some new trees because we done devoured everything in this damn area. So they trickle off. And they wind up in Evansville, Indiana. Yep, I said it. They wind up in Evansville, Indiana. So I'm praying that people are seeing what's happening with these laws and how they are being affected by these laws. And see, people are affected between finances and family. So it costs finances to keep somebody out, and then you can wind up losing your family. Still. Over stuff that they probably shouldn't even be in jail for. Over something that somebody probably said about them that wasn't true to save their own self. That's what you deal with in Indiana. That's a very dangerous chemical. You know what I'm saying? That's anthrax. That's what you're dealing with. So I'm hoping that this right here puts a black eye on their prosecuting, on every goddamn thing that they do down there from child support. They don't even do that right. I hope this gives them a real black eye, and I hope that when this man, Nick Herman, steps into work Monday, he's embarrassed. Because you got embarrassed, bro. You got embarrassed. You got to take that L. That goes on your win-loss sheet. Like Shannon Sharp said, you couldn't come in a restaurant. Corey comes in the restaurant. We picking him up, driving him to the restaurant, getting him whatever he wants. I know he don't eat pork because I know him, so he don't eat pork, so get him whatever he wants. All top shelf shit. That's who deserves the parade. Yes, yes, yes. We are in that day and time to where people got more goddamn common sense than lawyers. We have hit it. We have hit it. Man, shouts out to Corey. Shouts out to his family, man. I know he got kids. He got family, got brothers. Shouts out to Dion, man. I'm glad your brother's at home. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to the whole Wharton family, whole Payne family, man. This is a big victory. Chalk it up. Chalk it up. But do not let this victory make everybody delusional. But let it give you context to always look into your shit better than somebody else is looking into it. It gave me a lot of context context. You know, not contacts like you smoking purple and somebody know not like that. Context. It gave me a lot of that. It showed me a lot about who Corey was and just a very good small sample of who Nick Herman is. Tricky Nick. That's what I'm going to call him. But it really showed me who Corey Warden was. Soldier, stand up, and he's going to fight for his life. And I think that everybody should take a look at what he did and put those type of qualities into your attitude and into your lifestyle. That's what I believe. But what do I know? I just host Dead Mouse Radio. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying? The world is my material, so I just pick through stuff, and I thought this was amazing. So, shouts out to that jury. Shouts out to the Warden family, the Payne family. Man, this was a special show, man. This is Sunday, man. It's smelling like short ribs up in here. We got steak jumping up in here, and I just could not let this go until Monday. I could not. So I pushed back what I was going to do for Monday to this day. So I pushed it back. So I pushed back some material because this was special to me. This was special. So, man, it's Sunday. It's smelling good. I hope all of y'all are blessed out there, man. Stay blessed, man. Stay safe, especially in Indiana, man. Stay safe, man. Stay safe. Everybody stay safe, man. And keep it pushing, man. Follow us on Blog Talk Radio, man. Follow and like and stuff. It don't cost you nothing. I know your life's all fucked up with bills and all that shit. I'm asking you to do some free shit. That's all I'm asking. You know what I mean? Don't let the boy drown. That's all I'm saying. But like and subscribe, man. Follow me on YouTube, Dead Mouse Radio, man. Like, subscribe, and follow that stuff, man. We ain't doing nothing but dropping gems over here, man. We ain't doing nothing but dropping gems over here. And I ain't talking about the battle rapper, man. But like I said, follow me on YouTube, man. Dead Mouse Radio, man. Like and subscribe to that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get my people to listen, but the strangers like it. That's all good, though. That's neither here nor there. Follow me on Facebook, man. Shout out to that Facebook Dead Mouse /Cash Cow Facebook group. Y'all are doing great. We need more likes, man. Y'all act like somebody's asking you for dollars or something, man. Like and drop your shit up in there, man. It goes greatly, greatly appreciated. It goes greatly, but otherwise than that, man, 1,000 strong men doing great. Doing great. Shouts out to my Twitter followers, man. You know what I'm saying? So follow me on Twitter. I ain't got that many, but I got a few. I've been retweeted, so don't worry about it. I'm Mr. Dead Mouse Radio on Twitter. You can find me there. You can find me Dead Mouse Radio /Cash Cow in the Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. We're going to, like I keep saying, we going to have some merch coming, and I know I keep saying this shit. I know I'm saying it so much that, like, I'm just like, fuck it. Something's got to give. But, like, I'm working on that, though. Working on that merch, and I will be giving out some free in that group to certain people in that group that's been riding with that group that's greatly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on BTR, man. Follow us, period, man. You know what I'm saying? We going places. You know what I'm saying? We more likely to go up than to go down. You feel me? But we going places, man. This is Dead Mouse Radio, episode 36. Nick Herman versus Corey Warden. This is some classic shit by me, man. But follow us, man. I love y'all. And remember to chase your dreams because your dreams won't chase you, man. Always trying to make small shit into big shit, man. Love y'all. Bless up, man. I hope y'all enjoy this episode. I'm out.
Eyes feel heavy, mind still speeding. I'm on autopilot, I'm barely still breathing. High as chemtrails and this feeling ain't leaving. Dodging comet tails, asteroids and space demons. This is lyrical, hit your soul with that spiritual. Put you up in memories, hopes and holy spiritual. Eat your whole squad with a single clip in the Mac. And I don't battle rap, but I wrap you up in these bags. No twist ties, just twist your torso in half. Stuff you in the alley and offer you to the grass.
Here's how to play Sip, Peel, Win at Dunkin'. Just sip, peel, win.
I want a doormat.
Look more closely.
I want a dog mat.
Put on your reading glasses.
I want a donut.
There you go. Enjoy a large or extra large coffee for your chance to win from millions of prizes like JetBlue travel certificates, Fandango movie tickets, or Fanatics gear. Just sip, peel, win at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. No purchase necessary. 18 plus ends 10/15/18 or while supplies last. For game, peace, and official rules, visit sippeelwin.com. Here's how to play Sip, Peel, Win at Dunkin'. Just sip, peel, win.
I want a doormat.
Look more closely.
I want a dog mat.
Put on your reading glasses.
I want a donut.
There you go. Enjoy a large or extra large coffee for your chance to win from millions of prizes like JetBlue travel certificates, Fandango movie tickets, or Fanatics gear. Just sip, peel, win at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. No purchase necessary. 13 plus ends 10/15/18 or while supplies last. For game, peace, and official rules, visit sippeelwin.com.